All right, everyone. I am going to teach tonight on if you want to build your business. So, if you want to build your business, there's things that you have to do to be consistent, to go through things. Like for me, I started in this industry 35 years ago. I didn't plan to ever make as much money as I do now or be the top leader of now my third network marketing company that I've made the top leader ranks in. And um, when I started out, I wanted to make an extra 50 to $100 a month just to, have some extra money. So I wasn't using my husband's money to buy his own birthday gifts, right? And um, so that leading to where I'm at now and being in the top 10% of three different network marketing companies now um and speaking on stages and training all over the world. It's just I didn't plan that, right? But that's what ended up happening but it's a good life. So um the thing is, your success, it's not going to happen like in the next 2 weeks or anything, but it can happen in like the next year or two if you want to and if you want to get busy. And so the thing is, you do have to work it, right? So like they say, it's network marketing, right? It's not net wish marketing, not net want marketing, right? It's network marketing. So you do have to work. So be careful of those companies or people that say, oh, just sign up and the money just flows in, because that never happens. So that's either a scam or, they're just lying to you to get you to sign up. And so I like to be honest with my people. I like to teach and train, but what if you do work it, you can make the money and you can be successful. And everybody's definition of success is different too, right? Like for me back then, 35 years ago, my definition of success was making an extra 50 to $100 a month, now my goals are a lot higher than that and they're in the five figures a month. So, but you can work to get higher, but the biggest thing is being consistent. So the more consistent you are, the better you're going to be, period. The more you talk about it, the more presentations you do, the better you're going to get. And the more people you're going to sign up, the more, that's one huge difference between any of the top leaders in any company. It doesn't even matter where they're at, is they're still the same as everybody else. They've just done more more samples, they've talked to more people, like with our company, they've done the balance test more, but that's it. So it's just talking to more people. So the more people you talk to, the more no's you're going to get, but also at the same time, the more yeses you're going to get. And so one challenge that I have for everyone listening to this is just be, like they say, ignorance on fire. So people buy from your energy, they buy from your excitement, they buy from your passion. So if you are not excited about your company or your product, then, they're not going to be excited to join either, right? And you don't have to sit there and read every single thing and know every single thing about the whole company, the comp plan, this, that, everything else. Like you should get to learn those things, but not before you go to work, not before you start talking to people. Because the more you talk to people and the more that they see your excitement and your energy about it, the more likely that they will sign up. So when you get busy and not worry about doing all those other things, people are going to pay attention and your passion sells. And so the more passionate you sound, the more that you're going to sell. Your energy, the people see, they get it. They, especially like this on videos, do Facebook lives or record things on Zoom. add them on YouTube, do a video on TikTok, wherever you want to play, or all those places. But the thing is, the people, they see your passion, they see your energy, and, especially in videos, and they see your eyeballs. I think that's one of the huge things, right? Is because your eyes are the window to the soul. And if people can't see your eyes, then they'll be a little bit more leery, right? So you can talk to people on the phone, but video is always even better. Sometimes you can answer people back if they message you with a video message. Or you could just say, hey, when do you have time to hop on a Zoom for 5 minutes? Or even message people, and, if you see like their active status, if it says that they're active, message them and say, hey, can you hop on a Zoom or on a FaceTime, just for 2 minutes? And then also share different testimonials. So especially testimonials that are exciting, or testimonials that have the same issue that they have, that you've seen or that they've told you about. And then the next thing to do is know what you want. So one, I believe creating a vision board is huge. I've created tons of them. A lot of people say, and honestly, I did at the beginning too, that, oh, that's silly. That's just a little silly step, but it's not silly. And several things that I've had on my vision boards have come to fruition. So I know they work. So create your vision board. You can create it on paper, like poster board, just like in school. You can create a digital one and have it as your desktop background. You can create one on your Instagram and have different pictures. And then you have your like 8 or 9 little squares, or 12 squares, and then screenshot that and make that your background on your phone. Every time you look at your phone, you see your vision board of 9 or 12 different things that you want to do or achieve. But just keep that where it's in front of you all the time. If you have an office or in your bathroom, in one of my other houses, I had I am statements, and I would printed them out, and then I cut them and I taped them on my bathroom wall, on my bathroom mirror, sorry. And so when I would be getting ready every day, I would read my I am statements to myself out loud in the bathroom. And it's huge when you say those over and over and over. Write out your goals and your dreams, and have big dreams, right? Because if you shoot for the stars, even if you land upon the sky, right, that's still higher than you are now, right? So think about what all you want, and think like, what if? Like, what if it does actually work? What will you do? Like, if you start making $500 a month, or if you start making $5,000 a month, or if you start making $10,000 a month, or even $50,000 a month, right? What will you do? How will that change your life? Right? And what if, write down like, what if I get to fly first class and not worry about how much it's costing? What if I get to get my dream car that I've always wanted, and I can order it online and pick out the color? The first time I got to do that, I was so excited that I literally got to pick out what I wanted. I clicked all the little buttons of exactly what I wanted on it. And it was one of my expeditions. Well, I bought several of those, but the first time I got to do that, the first time I could afford to do that, that was so exciting. Think about that. What if you get to put your kids or your grandkids, like we have 2 grandbabies now, and we want them in the best schools, right? Think about those what ifs. Write them down. Like, get out a sheet of paper. There's usually about 25 lines on a sheet of paper, and write out your what ifs and fill up that page. And keep that and look at that every day. And think about, putting yourself first. Like, a lot of times, on your what ifs, you say, just like I just said, about if I could put my grandkids in the best school, right? But also make sure you put yourself on that list. You put things for yourself first, right? There's the reason that the airlines say put the mask on yourself first before you help someone else, right? Because you can't take care of other people. All those other people that you want to take care of in your life, you can't take care of them if you don't take care of you. And so put your things on your Google Calendar also. This is huge. This is probably like one of the number one things that I've done in my business to help me is I put everything, every single thing on my calendar. No matter what, it goes on my calendar. One, I never screw up and I'm never late to things or I never miss things. Oh, I forgot. If it's personal or business, it goes on my calendar. But two, you can change the colors on the Google Calendar, then it syncs with your phone. You can have reminders, but then you can look at your calendar quickly over the month or the week and see where you're missing things. So, like if you're missing, you don't have enough appointments talking to other people. If you're missing that, like I put on when I post on Facebook, I put on when I scroll Facebook and connect with other people to build relationships. I put everything on my calendar. And so, and putting it on your calendar also helps you to be accountable, not only to yourself, but also if you have an accountability partner. But you need to be putting your time in if you want to work your business, right? So if you want to excel in your business and you want to do better, you've got to put the time in. And everybody's schedule's different and everybody has different amounts of time that they can work their business. But the thing is being consistent, putting time in all the time and doing it every single week. And so make sure you're meeting new people every day, whether that's in person or online. I remember Jim Rohn, he taught way back when on cassette tapes and he would say, put 2 pennies in your right pocket. And you can't go home that night till you have your 2 pennies in the left pocket. And each time you talk to somebody new about the business, that's when you move the penny to the other pocket. And so, or meet somebody new. So you could do it either way. So, and you could do that even for online. You could still have your pennies in your pocket and nobody sees it, but you go online and you look for somebody in different groups that you're in for you to get to know and start talking and making up a conversation with someone, however you want to do it, but keep track of it. Make sure that you're following up also with people every day. So like they say, fortune is in the follow-up. There's a stat and I've put it in our group, I know, but where it's like, 80% of signups happen on the 7th to the 10th follow-up, right? People are busy, right? You know how busy you are. And like, think about all those websites, that you put in your favorites because you want to go back to one day and you've never went back to them, right? And you did it. You want to go back to them, right? You put it in your favorites and you didn't because you're busy. So that's how everybody else is too. So make sure you follow back up with people when they ask you about it. If they hadn't signed up yet, keep track where you talk to people at and what their name is and keep a list and when they signed up as a customer or distributor, whatever, and make notes of whatever ailments or whatever they told you about it, why they're interested. But then make sure you follow back up. So then you can follow up with, like, if you find testimonials that will help them, or if you see something else that you can follow up to bring the conversation back to the front, back to the forefront. But make sure you follow up. And then make sure you're also reconnecting with people that you've met in the past every single day. So even like I said, even if you do it online on Facebook, of course, that's really good for it. Instagram, LinkedIn, emails, texting, but keep track and keep building those relationships, even if it's not for business, but keep building relationships with people and nurturing that relationship, right? Because when you don't talk to somebody for 10 years and then all of a sudden it's like, hey, how you doing? Gosh, I hadn't seen you in so long. Do you know, I got this new opportunity, blah, 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 blah. And they tune the rest of it out, right? Because that's the only time you ever talk to them, right? Like, I'm sure, I know I have some people like this, that they only call me or private message me to follow up when they've joined a new company. And so don't be that person. Connect with people at different times. One huge way I like to do is I say happy birthday to everybody on Messenger every day that comes up on my Facebook. And so that's not huge, but that makes it where I'm at least talking to everybody at least once a year. I also download my Facebook contacts and I go through a couple of those every day, and just I go to their page, I like something, I read something, I might comment on something, and I might message them something. But that way, because the Facebook algorithms, they always change things, and who knows who you get to see when you get to see it. I don't want to leave that to Facebook. I want to make sure that I keep my relationships up and keep them up to date. And so there's a quote that I heard one time. It says, there's no freedom in your lack of discipline. So when you're disciplined, your life is fun because you've got it planned out and everything has a place. So, like I said before, putting everything on your calendar, no matter what, whether it's personal or business, because then you can keep track. If you're afraid of, also, like, if you're afraid of getting more money, so some people have that fear. Some people think that, the root of money is evil, but it's not. It's the love of the money. But the thing is, there's nothing bad with money, and people that get more money, it just, whatever they are on their insides, like your integrity and your character, the more money you get, whatever that of what you have on the inside is magnified. And so if you're really a good person, you're going to do more with that money, right? And so, like, one of the things I do is I have these cards with these cute poems that I send to myself, and I keep a couple in my purse all the time. And when we go out to restaurants, and I just kind of let God tell me. And a lot of times I will pay my bill, I'll leave a good tip, and then I'll take a $20 bill out of my wallet or a $100 bill, and whatever I decide at that time, and I'll stick it in one of those cards and I'll just leave it on the table. And so, and I tip really well anyway, but it's just like one of those things that you can do extra when you do have extra money. You can help other people. And so, there's all kinds of things you can do. There's a gazillion charities out there, right? And there's always people that need things that you can always do. So, you can use your money for that if you want to. You can start a charity even. But the thing is, don't think that having money is going to make you a bad person, because that's not true. And then also, don't think that people are judging you. So make that post, make that video, talk to whoever you've been afraid to, because the number one person that's judging you is you. And so everyone else, they're busy judging themselves too. So, and still, if they're going to judge you, then give them something to judge you for. Get busy, go to work, make a difference in people's lives. And the stories of success that you get is going to help you, but it's going to make a difference. And if those certain people are judging you for that, don't worry about it, because you know that you're out there helping people. So if you totally believe in your product or your service or whatever you're selling, then go out and tell other people, right? Because why keep it to yourself? So, that is our training for today. If you like this, share it with a friend, drop a testimonial, and I'll see you next week.